Hello, I'm Elizabeth Harrin from the blog The Money Files, and today I'm going to be talking about project financials and budgeting and how that relates to the execution stage on a project. During the execution stage, you are putting your plans into action, and part of the monitoring and control work you do is tracking how you are spending that time and spending that money. It really boils down to two questions. How many days have you already worked, and how many days have you got left? Armed with that knowledge, you can work out how much your performance has cost you so far and how much it's likely to cost you going forward. You might also be using earned value calculations during the execution phase of your project, and that's a bit beyond the scope of today's video, but it's definitely something worth looking into if your project sponsor wants a really detailed understanding of project performance, especially around those sort of control elements. So as well as monitoring your performance, you are also monitoring your risk budget during this phase of execution. So that will be looking at how much risk budget money you've got left, how you're spending it, and what you're really doing with it, and forecasting whether that's going to be adequate for the rest of the project going forward. You're also likely to have to do some kind of course correction as part of your project, because it's a rare project that starts and then follows the plan perfectly to the end. So as a result, you'll be looking at how you're spending your change budget. You might have a change budget, contingency funds, and a management reserve. So depending on what's hit your project, you might have to draw on one of those pots, or simply just juggle the money around within your main budget to try to fund those. And you'll need to track and monitor how that spending is happening as well. Again, so that you can forecast forward and check that you've really got enough to get you through to the end of the execution phase. The biggest challenge during the execution phase is communication, and the authors of this book, Project Management Accounting, talk about it quite a lot. The thing is, if you don't have good communication on your project, you won't be able to gather the information that you need to report on performance. You won't get the updates around how your project team is progressing with the work, so you won't know where you are, and you'll struggle to report that back to other people as well. Standard project reporting may exist on your project, in which case use it. If not, you'll have to put together a reporting template of your own, or use a template that you get online. And it might well be trial and error for you to work out the right level of detail to communicate with your team. Obviously, you need all the detail about the budget because you need to track it accurately. But your project sponsor or some of your other key stakeholders might feel that they don't need to see all of that. So you need to amend the level of your reporting to make sure that you're giving them what they want. Tracking your project financials is really important during the execution phase because it's one of the ways that your project will be judged. So make sure you're spending enough time on doing it and doing it right so that you really feel that your project costs are under control. I've been Elizabeth Harrin from the blog The Money Files. Thank you for listening. There are plenty more project management videos, especially around cost management on projects, on my YouTube channel. So search for Autobus Group and take a look. Thank you.